first resume... Whoop, wrong button. Our first resume is not Ian Cook. It is a SEO specialist, which I'm kind of wondering if that's actually just a different name for a bunch of stuff. So, because I know SEO, so I feel like there's got to be something else than that as well. Like maybe that's related to marketing. I don't know. I cannot say I've ever recruited for a SEO specialist. I've recruited for positions that require knowledge in SEO, but not specifically SEO. So SEO tools. Oh gosh, that's all the way over there. And then we have, along with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Hey Omni, I hate a flight. You hate a flight in 3 hours. I know that's a typo, and I'm already done with all the airport things. Music is too loud. Music is too loud. Okay. Let's... What about now? Is the music good now? Music, I feel like my sound settings keep changing repeatedly from, like, stream to stream, but is it good now? Is the music back under control? It's just every time it changes, and I don't know why. Like, I do a sound check beforehand, and then it just changes. So, yeah, I hate flights as well. So, music is good. I just want to clarify before I do this stream. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have no idea how, because, like, the sound is all over the place. I have a friend that is some kind of sound engineer, and I'm going to ask them to help me out sometime in the new year. They get back into LA, so I'm going to ask them for help. I'll be like, bro, please help me. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing with the sound. It's completely alien to me. So, data-driven decisions. But yeah, I also hate flying. Sorry, my hormones are acting up today, so I'm very much out of it and tired. But one time when I think I was, I'm going to say maybe like 13 or 14, what I had to do was I had to fly, and I was flying by myself. And what I used to do is I would dehydrate myself before every flight, because I had to fly a lot as a kid to go back and forth between my parents' house. And I hated restrooms on the airplane. They are terrifying. I hate them. That is like a phobia of mine. So, you know, young me was like, let's dehydrate myself so I won't have to use the restroom. And lo and behold, I had to use the restroom. I swear this is going to have a point. So I go to the restroom, and I was dehydrated, I was exhausted, I was tired, and I was a dumb 13-year-old. And somehow I tried to open the restroom door, and it wouldn't go. It was stuck. Not clearly there was somebody in there. My brain didn't figure that part out, but the door was stuck. So in my somehow dehydration phase, I found a latch at the corner of the airplane that I switched instantly. I didn't even know how I clocked it. And then the whole airplane bathroom door fell off of its hinges. So that was the story of how I absolutely terrified a man who was just washing his hands in the restroom. And apparently, airplane bathroom doors have hinges that you can undo all of them, which I did not know until that I accidentally discovered that. So, but that's got to be a brutal, like, flight. So, okay, and then these seem solid. I do want to look at some others just to check it out. Understanding of search engine algorithms, SEO, obviously, team player, blah-de-blah-de-blah, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Those are not as necessary. SEO specialist, pref records, SEO, Google search, AFA, Google Ads. Yeah, this seems correct. I sent a resume yesterday, but I think I already improved it. Should I just send it a second time? Yeah. I had somebody I think it was like last week or the week before, review a video, and then the very next day I reviewed their beta resume. So, go ahead. I mean, right now, I will be honest, there is, as of today, there are wow, can I not do this math? 10, 8, 18 resumes in line. So. Oh, Bear, why? Don't look so proud. Oh. Alright, I think this is good. I just want to make sure, because I've never actually done an SEO specialist before. So. Okay, these seem like the same qualifications and keywords. So I think I have found it. There's also a lot of more qualifications, but those should be good. So, Corey, we're going to get you a resume review. And they blocked everything out but Corey, so I'm assuming this is what they want for their name. So let's do that. And can I move this to 115? There we go. That's a little clearer. But how are y'all doing? And how long is that flight, Omni Dude? That's a brutal flight. I went to Israel once as a kid and Iceland, and those were exhausting flights. Everyone's like, we'll make flying easy. It's like, no, flying is a nightmare. It's never fun. Just like recruiting. Nobody likes to fly. They just like the results. Say I guess I am kindred with flights then as a recruiter. Okay. Wow. Yeah, this was good. Let's do this resume. Let me get more in frame. You're gonna do the Mr. Beast smile to see if this works for clickbait. Is that good? No. This is a resume of an SEO specialist. I have not reviewed an SEO specialist before. Full disclosure, I've not recruited for an SEO specialist before. But what I found on a search for the keywords and qualifications that you're going to be using is the following. Also, this has a 150 to 2 ratio, so truthfully, that's not bad. I think we may be able to get that a little bit better, but 75 to 1, while not great, is not terrible. So what we're going to be looking for is SEO tools such as Google Analytics, SEMrush, Moz, Ahrefs. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Google Search Console, especially the Ahrefs, and I think Avana was one as well that I should have put in. Those were in a lot of different requisitions. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, while not required, are a bonus if you have. And the ability to interpret data, generate insights, make data-driven decisions, along with explaining complex SEO concepts to non-technical stakeholders. I swear, a version of this is going to be in almost every single resume for somebody slightly technical. Just the ability to explain SEO concept to other people that have no idea what you do, or tech things, whatever it is. Explaining complex topics to non-technical people is like an evergreen skill you should always put on your resume. So let's look at what this is. So SEO specialist focused on increasing traffic and revenue using search engines, SEO campaigns, keyword search, technical SEO content creation, maintenance. I don't know if any of that is needed. I'm not a huge fan of this format. I don't like two formats. Two double column never really works out well. I don't think it's horrible, and it's not like, if you do a double column, you're never going to get a job. The reason having a single column over a double column is important is I give these resumes about 10 times longer than I could in the job, and if your eyes are bouncing back and forth between the left and the right side, you're going to lose time, and the more time you lose, the less time the recruiter is going to be able to find what they need to move you forward. So met with clients and performance managers on a scheduled basis to review monthly reports, upcoming strategy executions, and client questions or concerns. Solid. I like that. I like that. And so publish web pages on schedule per client package using HTML and WordPress. If we could put in more, I don't know if you use CSS and JavaScript, but if you could put both of those in, it'd be slightly better. Write and present reports covering KPIs the client specifies. excuse me, perform SEO tech audits regularly to ensure site health and speed, weekly team meetings. Okay, so we're missing a little bit in the first one. One, you don't have as much room to actually put your bullet points in because it's double columned. So it's going to look squished and not as important because all this stuff on the right-hand side, it does not matter. If it's here, it does not matter. It needs to be in the bullet points. So I would add, if I could, how you explained the complex topics to non-technical stakeholders, along with any of those other keywords and qualifications here in the first one. Otherwise, I think that is okay. I just think it could be a little bit more. But I do see some of the keywords I'd be looking for. I do see that you did team meetings, that you were using strategies and that kind of thing. So let's go with this one. Manage the... Also, you need bullet points with this. And side note, everything should be past tense even if you're still there. That's just makes your resume look cleaner, so past tense for everything. Manage SEO campaigns for 25 local clients, focused on content creation, on-page technical SEO, make sure rank #1 for keywords. Solid, then there should be a break. Made sure clients have positive ARIA conversions, YOI reporting on web traffic. Yeah, I mean, it's formatted poorly, but it's not bad. And I think you could maybe add a couple more keywords, but the bones are here. So yeah, that is, this is mostly more of a formatting issue, and that a recruiter is going to have 15 seconds to scan this and they're not going to find it as much. But I think if you just added a couple of those keywords and fixed the formatting to make it a lot clearer, and added these into here, even if it's just, used Google Suites such as blanky blank to publish web pages, that's fine. I think you're going to get those numbers up. So overall, it's mainly a formatting and a little bit of the bullet points, but I can definitely see moving you forward because you have SEO right here. You talked with the clients, you did HTML and WordPress. WordPress wasn't in a lot of them, but I imagine it could be in some of them. And you did optimization. So yeah, I'm missing some keywords and qualifications, but I think right now this is like a C resume and I want to move it up to like an A resume. So let's move on to the next one. Flight is 17 hours. How many resumes have you done today? Today, this is the first. I mean, I just got on. Like I said, it's been low energy, so this week has been a little slow, and I've still had to do a bunch of stuff. What am I doing for Christmas? I am streaming for Christmas. I am going to stream, which is tomorrow, I realized. I mean, I'm till today. Oh, have you done till today? What? Oh, how am I doing okay, I don't know until I get tired. That's honestly kind of what it is, like, since you started streaming. In general, overall, probably less than 160 over 100. I had to switch out my Excel formats and documentation a couple of times. So I would say less than 160, but over 100. I mean, on this list alone, I'm at 116. So, maybe it's even more than 160. I don't think it's more than 200. And for Christmas, I don't know. I mean, I am doing the streaming, but after that, I don't know. Maybe like just playing Cyberpunk, which I got for the Steam sale, because that's super cool. Also, this resume that I'm pulling up right now has their full information on it. So let me pull it up so that they don't get doxxed. So give me a second, because everybody refuses to anonymize themselves. Just anonymize, please, 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 please. Okay. Resumes, let's do this one, and it was, yep, everything. And then let me make sure this is not seen. Okay, I think that's good for that. And... okay, cool. I can't move it forward because I don't want to... Okay, hold on. Let me fix this a little bit. I hope this isn't going to show. Okay, there we go. That should be good. Yeah, that's close enough. So let's look here. Okay, there we go. But yeah, about less than 200, but not incredibly more, because I've already done 116 on this list. Although I really did start upping the schedule in the last couple of months, since I had a more regular YouTube thing. Regulatory affairs specialist. Never done that one before. Alright, let's look at that over here. And, crud. I don't know if I could find this one. Oh god, there's like none. There's regulatory compliance specialist. This is a problem with, like, what was the difference between regulatory affairs versus compliance? Because regulatory specialist company is really wild, regular compliance. I guess maybe regulatory affairs, because this isn't the name of it. Shoot. I don't want to, like, reject the resume. I just... Okay. I've only seen, like, 3 or 2 of these jobs. Okay, at least there's some of them. So, is your girlfriend going with you to the flight? Because I know that makes it a lot better if you have someone to talk to and not snoring over your shoulder. So, all right, here it is. Proficiency in Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Every darn time it's there. Okay, regulatory, working knowledge of companies. So I'm assuming this is going to be industry knowledge. So, industry knowledge. Okay, cool. I'm glad she's going with you. Besides hanging out with family, do you have anything you're going to, like, you know, do in particular on the docket? The docket, no. On the itinerary, that's the word I'm looking for. Industry knowledge, and then, you know, communicating impact to stakeholders. Again, stakeholders and complex topics will always get you stuff. Oh, congrats! Mazel tov! So, I am about in that boat as well, so I understand that. Although in this case, my girlfriend knows that I am proposing. She just doesn't know when it's going to happen, which is the secret. So, we've already talked about that stuff. But yeah, mazel tov on the wedding. That's great. Regulatory certification. Quality system. See, is this specific? Here again, MS Office applications. Well, yeah, what is everybody else doing for Christmas? A huge holiday. This year, Hanukkah and Christmas fall on the same day. Normally, that's not the case, but they actually start on the same day this year, which is, like, crazy, because that, like, never happens. Must have knowledge. Okay, so it's industry specific, travels, EHS, product compliance. I mean, it's... This is so industry specific. Okay, I gotta find something else. Regulatory affairs specialist. Honestly, the only thing I found is Microsoft Office suites. That's the same thing that's been in all of them. Every single one. Yeah, that and the degree. I mean, I know there's more than that, but I think I'm gonna make latkes. Which, oh shoot, we gotta go get that stuff tonight. Yeah, we're gonna make latkes, and I think that's what I'm doing at least. I don't really celebrate it, but the holidays and like Hanukkah and Yom Kippur and Passover were the few days my family did not fight throughout the year. So the holidays, even if I don't really celebrate them, hold a special meaning in my heart of the time where my family actually got together and didn't destroy each other. With Hanukkah, Yom Kippur, or Passover, because they're all different. And honestly, my own knowledge of my own religion is very poor. So at my last job, we did like quizzes and like a team building quiz exercises, and they were like, oh, there's gonna be some questions on like Jewish stuff, and Lee's gonna help us win, and I got all of them wrong. People who were not Jewish got them more right. Okay, so Hanukkah is a Jewish holiday where essentially it celebrates a major victory that the Hebrews had, and it involves oil. There's much more than it to that, and to partly celebrate it, it's a very oil-based holiday. You make latkes, which are kind of like, hash browns, they're different. They're not hash browns, but they're similar to hash browns. That's the closest thing I can, describe them. And my family is all over. So I'm not talking to my mother or my father. And they're all spread out. So, database management, maybe. So yeah, that's more like latkes are great, and you eat them with applesauce or sour cream, which I know sounds bizarre, but they're amazing. So, let's see. Okay, now we're finding a lot, and it looks to be all the darn same. It specifically says trade compliances and then lists. But yeah, if you want, I can give you more information on the Jewish stuff, but like, I'm very bad at knowing my own type of history. I'm not talking to both of my parents, so it was a thing that happened, and I have not been for a while now. So hence it was the few times when we all were not at each other's throats. There's some Lee lore for you. Microsoft Office Suites. Regulatory Affairs and Specialist is what we're going to go for. Now, come on. Let me spell Specialist, please. Yeah, it is rough, but, I mean, it's trauma, but it's old trauma. So, let's see, this is good, and then we can actually go through with this. Okay, that is good, and I am going to need this. This is a resume of a regulatory affairs specialist, which I have never recruited for. So the first thing you're going to want, and yes, I know people are going to be like, what? In the comments, is Microsoft Office Suites, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. In almost every single job description I looked at for this, it had those things in them. It had Microsoft Office Suites. Everything else was a toss-up, was in most of them, but not all of them. But Microsoft Office Suites was in everyone. And if they're in the job description, they are a qualification you need to have on your resume. So, after that, we've got industry knowledge. Again, this one's kind of tough, but it seems like their regulatory affairs specialists are divided into different industries. So, I want to be able to essentially know that you are working in what industry you're working in. And then communicating impact to stakeholders. Again, evergreen, complex topics to stakeholders is just going to get you go far in any career. And then there are a couple of certificates whose I probably won't recognize what the actual acronyms are, but as long as I see a regulatory affairs certificate, I'm going to pass that. And quality systems requirements, along with a degree and the knowledge of trade compliance. So I think basically if the words compliance or regulatory affairs, it's going to be good. So regulatory affairs specialist. Oh, also this person put their whole address and name in this, so I cannot show beyond this page. So this is what I have to do because I don't want to dox them. So please anonymize your resumes better so I can actually go through and like scroll up and down. So regulatory affairs specialist, 4 years of experience in 510K, PME, IDO, and de novo submissions. Again, I'm assuming that is going to be specific to that industry. Expertise in FDA and ISO compliance. ISO I have worked with before, that is good. Post-market surveillance, mid-watch reporting, and CAPA investigations. Proven ability to optimize process, reducing reporting timelines, and ensure audit readiness. See, I don't think that's needed. The only reason I think would be okay to have this is because there's a lot of certificates, but I prefer them to be up here. Like a lot, I want your certificates and education to be at the top and no more than 3 lines. I think it could replace that professional summary and have about as much information, if not more so. Again, normally 3 lines, but there's a lot of actually certificates you need, so I'm going to walk that statement back. In almost every resume, you want no more than 3 lines for the education. There's a lot of certificates you need, so maybe you want 1 or 2 more for the certificates. But let's go to this. So spearheaded regulatory submissions, including 510 PME and IDA, ensuring 100 compliance with FDA guidelines. Well, see, I like the FDA part. And there is a small chance that maybe the recruiter doesn't know what PMA, or IDE is either, or 510K, because when I was looking at them, those were not some of the keywords I found. Now, that doesn't mean they're not correct. This may be my lack of industry knowledge in this, but you want to make sure it's very clear that those are what the company needs. And then lead post-market surveillance by preparing and submitting WedgeWatch Form 3.5 reports. So again, enhanced team performance by implementing reducing reporting times. Okay, it's not, you've submitted about 300 applications and got 2 interviews, so that's not good. We're gonna need to do a little bit more with this. So prepared files, and this is hard to read for somebody with a non-technical background. I want you, whoever you are, I'm not saying the name because it's right up there and you're not seeing it, to pretend that you are writing this resume for an aunt, an uncle, a parent, a grandparent, who you say, I'm a regulatory affairs specialist, and they say, I don't know what that means. And you say, well, what I do is I make sure blah, 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 and they say, I don't know what that means. So then you have to say, I make sure we don't get in trouble with the law. And then they're like, oh, okay. Which may not even be correct, but that's how you kind of have to write these, especially when they're very technical. There's also a couple formatting errors, which I think it would give you more space, so please use the resume template I have. But I'm also not seeing, and I think this is kind of clear, is how you're talking to stakeholders, right? Like, the enhanced team performance is not bad, but I need to know what kind of Sigma tools and whatever. In addition, I don't see Word, Excel, or PowerPoint anywhere on here. I know you've probably got an advanced degree, which again should be up at the top, but almost every single JD required that. So I don't know if I can move this forward or not. I'm going to guess no. Again, I'm not a regulatory affairs recruiter. I've done some of that, but it was in a different industry and the keywords were different. And this is the kind of thing where I would go with an intake with the manager directly to make sure I nailed down all of these requirements, which I don't get to do in this format. So I'm only, based on the fact that you've done about 300 apps and you've only gotten 2 callbacks, is probably not going to fly. So I need Microsoft Office Excel. I need those keywords and qualifications, specifically the certificates, to be punching me in the face that they are obvious for your industry, which again, I don't know what that is. I know I see ISO is the one that's good because companies require specific ISOs. So I don't know which ISO they'd be doing, but I also, like, FDA, Federal Drug Administration, or Food Drug Administration. Are you like, you know, regulatory affairs specialist for apples? Or are you like gene therapy? I don't know, and you're gonna have to make that clear. So basically, clean up the formatting a little bit, add Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. Yes, seriously. And I want to know what industry this is in, along with you communicating to stakeholders via your knowledge. So please do that. Resubmit again, maybe we'll have better luck, but yeah, that's what I go with this resume. It's probably a no based on everybody else's, so let's go to the next one. I have a stepbrother who also we're not talking. So yes, that is it. So it's just me and my stepbrother that I got at 22 when my dad remarried, and the rest of that, but no other siblings. So okay, this one's fine, and then this one didn't do anything crazy, and that was 36-2. Acid reflux is destroying me, man. I feel like Rick Sanchez. Do y'all have any siblings? I'd like to know. I think it's all crazy. I think it's awesome when other people have siblings, because yeah, I don't. It's just been me. So you have 2. Neat. I've had a lot of dogs. I've had. So, yeah, I was like at 22 or 23 when my dad remarried. I was so excited to have a brother because I'd always wanted one. I always wanted another like brother or sister as a kid because I was like, yay! Oh, 2 younger sisters. Neat. Let's see. This is a... What is this a of? Embedded software engineer. Ugh, I hate embedded software engineers. They're such a nightmare to find. Did I save the common keywords for this? I should. Embedded softwares are kind of difficult to find for me because it keeps picking up the other stuff. So, oh, they were twins. How is that to have a sibling that's a twin? You wanted a brother and a sister, and you got 2 twins. What is everybody else's siblings like in family life? I'd be interested in knowing. So, as someone who has just been the only child for like 21 years of his life, I always find like, whoa, you grew up with somebody else? That's crazy. So, this is embedded software engineer. Has nothing. This is a bad job, Jacob. Please do better. And 3-year-old me couldn't decide if I wanted a brother or a sister. Oh, wow. That's... Well, you got that. My parents, when they were younger, when my mom was pregnant, they were, like, picking out personality traits they hoped I would get. And apparently I was, like, got all of them except for the hair because they forgot to choose the hair. And this is, like, in nowhere in my family, practically. So... Similar to having a Pokemon. Go, sibling! Use. I don't know what a sibling attack would use. Help me out, chat. Would they be like... use Tattletale? I don't know. So telling my girlfriend that if we ever have kids, you want 1 boy and 1 girl twins? Oh. You want 2 sets of twins? That's... Ugh. Okay, this is not a good job description. Let's do red balloon. Okay, cool. Oh no, this is also bad. Bad. No, give me better job descriptions. Oh, okay. Cranky tantrums and 1 boy, 1 girl. Okay, so fraternal. Not identical. Okay. 7 plus 11 and later. CICD. CICD, get. Linux, Microsoft. I mean, it's really going to depend on one of them. Linux / Microsoft. Let's see. Oh, they're having an ad in a second. Boo, ad. Again, complex topics to non-technical people. Complex topics to non-technical people. Technical. That is not how you say technical. It's technical. Okay. Oh my gosh, April, this is a great job description. I love it. You're phenomenal. See, this is the stuff we look for. This is fantastic. This is the kind of stuff we like. Good job, April. Python, PowerShell. I think I may need to change this to like a plus section. Because a lot of these are like nice to haves, but I mean, we're kind of only doing the bare minimum. Oh, ad break. They said embedded software, not system, right? Software, specifically software. RTOS, probably RTOS is going to be one, honestly. Although C++ and Python were prime. Subsystems. Other requirements. Yeah, RTOS. You get JavaScript, Angular. Background. I think this is solid. Flowcharts, test message. Okay, test method. Test methods. All right, Bear. Yeah, what's that? You hear the treat? So far it's okay. I've just had an large amount of doctor's appointments, and finishing up the year is just crazy for recruitment because there's always paw. Good boy. Okay, stay. Go get it. Good boy. What else do you do at the airport? Cry. I don't know, man. That's what you bring a book. It's always what I have to do. Honestly, we're okay. It's just, you good boy, Bear. Yes. We're okay. I mean, it's crazy this time of year, specifically for recruitment, because I'll have an entire, week of meetings planned out, and it'll all be moved around and just canceled or moved or changed. So it's just kind of chaos. I'm kind of looking forward to the first week of January. And then I have a endoscopy that I finally gotten scheduled, just a routine one because I have some stomach issues. So it's just been a lot of doctor's appointments and finishing up the year and setting up for next year. Just like templates and what I'm gonna go after with my company and how we're gonna do this. So and that one I don't even know how to make interesting. It's just a lot of boring back end stuff, and it's kind of weird because I can't give somebody how's it going in recruitment. I can give it how it's trending, because I've got a lot of irons in the fire, but it's possible that none of them work out. It's possible that one of them work out. It's possible that all of them work out. So I'm essentially, and I don't expect all of them to, I just need one or two of them to, and I should be good for the year. So that's kind of how it is, and it's kind of weird in at least on the business side for me. But personally, I've just been, like I said, hormone issues, and been taking it easy, trying to not overtax myself so I can get the doctors, and I may have a minor surgery I need to schedule, so which hopefully will help fix them. So because some days I'm just I can barely move. This is kind of one of those days. This is the most animated I will be for the rest of this day, and the same with tomorrow. And I'm soul tired, and it's not depression either. I've been depressed before. This is an actual something else. So, because honestly, my life is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So, yeah, I will. I mean, it's ongoing. So, I think this one's good. But that's also why I've only kind of been doing 2 hours lately instead of normally 3, as it's just been hitting hard. So we'll see. I don't think it's going to be crazy. And then I've been planning a lot of stuff, like the proposal for my girlfriend, like I said, which she doesn't know what I'm going to propose, when, or what I'm doing, which I'm not saying. All I'm saying is I'm going to. Which I've been planning that one, and that's going to be fun. So, And she's already said she'll say yes. We've literally been talking about getting married for a while, so it's not a shock. I want to propose because it's gonna sound weird. I was engaged before and it didn't work out, and she proposed to me, and that was a phenomenal feeling. So I want to make this special for her. So because I remember how that felt of being proposed to, and I want to make sure my girlfriend feels that. So even if she already knows I'm going to do it, which is a bit of a weird one. So let's go with this resume. Brain stopped working. We've got a embedded software engineer, which haven't done a lot of work with them personally, but a lot of the keywords and qualifications are still going to be similar. So C++ and Python were basically the most common keywords. Those are going to need to be peppered throughout your resume. PowerShell was kind of a bonus, but it's still nice to it's still nice to have. Then there's IP protocols, which I'm not going to read out that whole list, but essentially if it's an IP protocol and you state that it's an IP protocol, gets a pass. CI/CD and Git were in some of them. RTOS was in a few of them as well, although some of them were what you'd be doing rather than qualifications, but I think it's important to put it in. Then Linux/Microsoft, depends on what you've been doing with that. And shocker, there we go again, complex topics to non-technical people. I will harp on that in almost every video. It is exceptionally critical to learn how to do that and stating that you have done that. So, for this one, which I'm now looking at, they say they are graduating. They have not graduated. Did they say? No, they are not an intern. Well, I don't know what you can... I'm not sure if they're looking for an internship or the actual thing after it, so I'm going to judge it as if they were looking for the main thing and not the internship. So yeah, let's look at what we're doing there. Computer graduating, expecting, that's fine. Embedded software engineer at XXX. Intern, January, that's fine as well. Expanded register API coverage by 30%. Network transceiver by generating hardware software interface files using Bath and Python. I don't know if any of that is needed. I mean, API is definitely important, but I actually didn't see that in a lot of the qualifications. Python, yes, but that means this entire first sentence is essentially just Python. I would have loved to see sort of this is where you need a summary, right? Where you could put in, so like, as an embedded software engineer, I used Python, C++, and blankety blank protocols to do blankety blank to blankety blank. Implemented a kernel level area identity system in C to enable the detection of 50 distinct. Again, so here's the thing. This is in C. I know people are going to yell at me for this one. Please, if it's just C, that's fine. If it was C#, that's fine. But a lot of them specifically wanted C++. If this was C++, please put C++. You don't want a non-technical recruiter to look at this and disregard it because they don't know the difference between C, C++, C#, C flat, A minor, and all those other different ones. So, and again, I don't know if this was in anyone. So basically, all I've got here is this and kind of this. And maybe API, but I'm like iffy on API. So reduced echo artifacts by over IP. So here we go. IP is good. That was one of them, IP protocols. Although I didn't see VoIP, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a keyword. Phone through Time Tuning Web RTC. No, I don't see RTC. Slash manual directed by C++. That's fine. VOP, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. You've applied to 80 jobs and haven't gotten any back, and I think this is primarily why, is this isn't quite what they're looking for, right? They're not looking for cut compile time and who's its and what's its and all that other stuff. They're looking for C++, Python, and then a couple of IP protocols, CI/CD, Git, RTOs, Linux, and how you explain those to non-technical people. So I don't know, because I have not done this type of position, an embedded software engineer, how competitive it is, but I'm assuming since you've gotten 80 and not gotten a response back, it's probably very competitive. So we're gonna need to change those, because right now I'm not seeing like anything I need except for this. and maybe C and API. This one is more solid because it's got IP. But yeah, I don't know what else I can do here because I'm not even seeing any of these protocols. And if they aren't here, you need to make them obvious so that if the recruiter barely talks to the manager or the manager doesn't talk to the recruiter and they're in charge of finding it, they can understand. Yeah, I'm just going through this and I just don't see it. So, yeah, because this doesn't count. It needs to be in these things. That's what I want to tell everybody. The exception to that is if you're doing a high-level management position, then you can kind of get away with the skills section because they just want you to list that you have touched them, not necessarily that you are as crazy proficient in them. So let's move on to the next resume. I don't think I can move this forward, although, again, it would be highly specific because this is the type of role that I'd also speak with the manager, and I go back and forth with them for about 20-30 minutes to make sure that we nail down all the specifics. My entire family, including extended family, is currently on holiday in Goa. So after I land in Mumbai, I have to take another flight to Goa in 4 hours. I'm going to be traveling for a good 24 hours. That is brutal. That is a nightmare, man. I do not envy you. I do not. Also, I want to show you where Bear is right now. Every time he does this, I don't know why. There he is. This is his favorite spot. This is Bear's favorite spot with a sock he dragged out and his toy over there in the corner. Is this. That he just loves putting his head under the bed. I don't know why. I don't know why this is his favorite one, but this is it. He will put just his head and leave the rest of his body out. That is his favorite position. You should go and lie down in that position. I give him cuddles. I absolutely give him cuddles all the time. I spent like a week and a half ago when I had a low energy day, I literally spent 4.5 hours petting him straight. I know maybe it's darker in there because dogs can't put on a mask, but my girlfriend told me that her previous dog used to do that, and I think he learned it from her. So, you know what? I can definitely see that. You know what? I can understand it. It would be cozy because you're kind of enclosed, you're safe, you're secured. I get it. The more I'm thinking about that, the more I understand it. But he will dig all the way under the bed too. So, this is the guest room's bed because this is what I use for my work room when we do not have guests. Is the guest room's bed. Because there's only a limited amount of rooms in this house, and my girlfriend's family visits quite a lot. Okay, so we did 36 videos. Now we're on 34. What is 34? Okay. I don't know what this is. What is this? This is a product manager of growth. It's been a bit. What do you think about resume worded? I don't know what resume. Can you link it to me and I can look at it? I don't know what that is. I'm immediately suspicious of a lot of these things, but you know, I try to withhold judgment in case I'm wrong because I don't trust anything, least of all myself. Okay, let's see if this is... I don't know if we're going to be able to see this, truthfully. That was what I needed to do, is I needed to set up so that people can actually see. You know what? Let me do that real quick. I think I can set up another camera real quick. So give me a second so that y'all can see what I'm seeing. So display capture, let's do full screen. Selected display, automatic. Oh, no, cancel. I need scene. Full screen. Okay, hold on. Don't like doing this live, but I want to make sure people can actually see. This is Windows capture. That's what it is. So full screen. Let me just title it because I have to organize it or we'll be driven insane. There's that. I know you can see all my stuff up here, which I'm going to fix real quick. That's fine. So let's shrink that so that we don't see all that junk. And well, this looks hideous, but whatever. Okay, let's do that, and then we'll move this down below the face cam. So, all right, it may be a little cut off. So let me show what this is at least, so I can see what we're looking at. Oh, it is a little cut off. Okay, well, this looks hideous, but whatever. All right. Improve your resume and LinkedIn profile. Designed by top recruiters, doubtful. Our AI-powered platform instantly gives you tailored feedback on your resume. See preview. Start by uploading your resume. Can we do a full screen of this? Identifying bullets. You know, it's really funny. There is in fact something that looks very similar to this, and I wonder if this is made by the same company. On the recruiting side, there was a thing you run your job description through, which gave you a ranking on how it was, and the UI for this looks similar. I mean, I'm immediately sus of resume scores because that's not how ATSs work. But okay, you're on the right track with improving your resume. Your resume does well in some areas and falls short in others, which are important. Okay, get cool, but how? I don't know. I mean, I'd have to see it. If it worked for the Omni's friend, that's good. Here are some skills or keywords: Google AdWords, Agile, SQL, ROI, Excel. No, those are correct, actually. Those would probably, not all of those necessarily, but I haven't looked for a business analyst in a bit. Those might actually be correct. Oh, and there's the rest of it. Okay, so managed urgent. I know the thing is off, but elements, review, or feedback. I'd have to use it, but I mean, if this is the formatting they're using, that's already heads and tails better than others, truthfully. Your resume is slightly short. I don't know if that matters, really. It is kind of weird that they've been 2012 on this one page, but that's not huge. Education for business analyst, maybe up at the top. Repetition. I'm not a fan of action verbs. Instead of oversaw, use managed, administrated, or established. Yeah. I mean, this seems like it's actually legit. I don't know if it's worth the money because I kind of teach people how to do this for free, but this might actually be a product that works. Attended a workshop. That's amazing. I mean, most of that was my kind of thing. Is less righteous. I will never get that name right. It does a lot right and it does a lot wrong, but a lot of other things do a lot more wrong. But let's look at their samples. Launched. I used to use it. Okay. Yeah, that is a lot. I mean, because, like, again, I can teach you how to do this for free. But what is this launched? I think it might be good for, like, use rather than generate my own AI scripts from the results from their efforts. Nice. Yeah, you are, I think, probably the most actual, like, AI person that I have spoken to and that goes in the channel. So, see, here's the part I'm little also sus about is LinkedIn optimization is usually only needed for passive candidate sourcing, and which it is important to, considering I've done that. I'm also like 4 times. Yeah, you are, like what I said, I think you are the most AI certified person I know. I also have another, it's between you and another friend that is making an entire game. Well, I don't know if they want to say it until it's done, but that uses a lot of AI specifically. Not like for the art. It's actually kind of funny. The gameplay is sort of AI, but he is making the art himself. So, but yeah, I mean, look, that seems kind of okay. Like, the formatting is fine. So, I'd have to use it. And truthfully, what I'd like is to get a very good resume and then like see what it does with it. But they have at least the right idea. I don't think you need to pay $40 for it. I think you use the free version and then use that as a guide if your entire formatting is wrong. But like, again, I think that the best formatting is on my website, and I know I'm biased, but I made the dang thing, so I think it's sufficient. I wish I could have gotten .org instead of .com. That upsets me. I also redid this, by the way, so boop. This is slightly cleaner now, but I still think this is the best format. Here is really good at defining striking against cliches, buzzwords, and pronouns. Oh, okay. See, that is good. I will give that credit where credit's due, because I did like some of that. So I guess it sort of sounds like a last check after you do this to make sure you're not repeating yourself or using too much corpo lingo. Which also, when I got Cyberpunk, I definitely chose the corpo path because I had to. It's in my blood, apparently. Alright, let's go back to the actual one. There we go. So, what the heck am I searching for? Is a product manager of growth. So yeah, how are you doing, Less Righteous? I didn't want to steal your news, but I am happy for you. Exactly, in addition, basically doing correlation differences. See, that I like. Good. Yeah, you had news I thought you wanted to share to people. Let's see. Growth. What is... See, here's a problem. Growth product manager is... I don't actually know what the specification for growth product is. Is it growth of industry? Is growth product manager drive revenue? Oh, like new revenue streams. Okay. I'm assuming that's what it is. Yep. Everybody cheer for Less Righteous. I didn't want to steal your thunder. That's why. Give them the old congrats. They got a job offer. So. Blah blah. Brain. Manager growth. Problem solving, identify. So I think this is previous success. Really, previous success in growth. Took over 2 years. Yeah, I'm glad you got it. I mean, that's like, I'm glad you found one. Oh my gosh, Bear. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can't. All right. I need a better way to show Bear. I just don't know how. So I'm now reaching for the treats. Can you hear it? Look at it. Look at his ears perk up. What is it, Bear? Yep, it's treat time. It is treat time. Man, this is blueberry treats, and it smells very much like blueberry. Oh, you're already ready, sir. Okay, so I kind of can only do this one-handed. So stay. Go. Hey. Brat, you weren't supposed to get it yet. You're not getting another one. No, you're supposed to wait. You did not do the trick. You just got the treat. This is not Halloween. Yeah, okay. You're supposed to hold it, and you didn't. You've been rebellious, mister. You got into the garbage yesterday. Yeah. Mwah. Ugh. No, you get one maybe every 15 minutes. That's the rule. We're not overfeeding you. You have a hard limit. Especially if you go into the garbage and eat day-old miso soup. Yeah, okay, you're cute. Come here. There you go. I know, you're not a huge fan of this, are you? There you go, buddy. Okay. Oh, I love you too. Okay. See, you'll jump up on a bed, but you won't get up on a lap. Oh no, his performance review. Okay. Alright. Gosh, Bear, you are getting so many treats today. I think we're close to the limit. I think 5 is what I set it at, which is fine because, you know, he's a 100-pound dog. Let me check. How many of these can I, like, actually give him? I mean, again, he's 100 pounds, so. Oh, here it is. Teeny dog, medium dog, gentle dog. Gentle diet is 5 to 8. Why is this so hard to see? Yeah, like 5 to 8. So he's good. It is. It's going to be. Okay. Oh wait, we're about to have an ad. Let me snooze the ad so we can actually do this. So, yeah, everybody gets to see my pasty legs. Bear, come here. Sit. Okay, so, sir, we are having some issues lately. It seems that you have overstepped your bounds and your duties and gotten into the trash. Now, that shows a lack of respect for upper management because me and your mama had to clean it. And I want you to know that it took effort to do that. In addition, the last treat we gave you, which was less than 3 minutes ago, you didn't actually put on your nose. And that's going to go down in your record. So that is a strike. And we're not happy here, but we are a family. So overall, I'd say your performances, and I judge you to be a very good boy. Here you go, Bear. We love you. There you go, good boy. You are still a good boy. Even if you're a pain in my tuchus. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. I love you. Please don't go into the trash, though. That's not good for you. So, he does look sad. Because I was holding the treat in front of him. He's like, I want the treat. I want the treat. Which, I've said this before, and I'll say it real quick again. My girlfriend took him in to the vet, like, when he was way younger, because this is my girlfriend's dog. And because he was, like, looking around a lot, and he's like, does he have neurological problems? Is he okay? And the doctor said, so technically this is not a diagnosis, but this is what he has, he's got dog ADD. So he cannot pay attention. If he's paying attention, he follows all the rules, but you have to sometimes yell a couple of times because he's not paying attention to get it, and he will get distracted. If I get a little laser pointer, I will do it on the ground and he will chase it like a cat. He got like 2-day-old miso soup that we were worried was going to make him sick, but he's fine. So, but yes, he, according to the vet, has dog ADD. And honestly, now that I've been like with him for a while, I can kind of see it because he gets distracted so easily. Like he just will be like, do, and more so than any other dog. Technically, dog ADD isn't, but that's what the vet says, is technically it's not real, but also that's what he has. That's what it was told to me. So yeah, it's hyperkinesis, I think is what it's called. But yeah, it's hyperkinesis in dogs. I think that's what it was. So, yeah, he just gets distracted. That's all. He cannot ever stay on topic. That's why you have to keep going like that to him. As long as he's aware. What are you doing? Why are you going at my earplugs? Get your toy. I'm not giving you another one. You have a timer. There's a limit per stream, Bear, and you're closing in on that limit. Okay? You're close. You're very close to that limit. Which also means I may have to get more treats. Which are these? Seriously, these smell like so blueberry. They smell like a blueberry energy bar. So, product manager. What the heck? Previous success and growth. Data analyst tools and methodologies. So yeah, it's my boy, my big old baby boy. Try one. What are these ingredients? I'm not against it, but I think I'll pass for now. I've read horror stories of people getting fungal infections by eating pet food sometimes. Because even the best ones aren't necessarily always good for dogs, which is not great. But this one looks solid. Not intended as a complete balanced food. Yeah. Of course I'm going to give him water. Not suitable for dogs less than 5 pounds. Yeah. I don't know. I might try a bite if there were new. I can't imagine a Scooby snack would taste good. Like, didn't they actually have Scooby snacks that, like, you could eat or something? Like, they're just biscuits, right? That's all they are just biscuits. I just smell blueberries now. Like, it's not a great blueberry. Did you see the pet Oreo thing, which people had thinking it's people? No? Describe that to me, please. I don't know what the hell that is. Oh my gosh, why is everything blowing up right now? Growth product manager. If I have to scale operations. Let me double check what growth manager. Growth product manager. Growth product manager is, what is a growth product manager? But okay, so basically just to grow as the company. But even though product managers is very vague. So basically they want to increase sales while the others want to keep it. Looks like Oreo tastes like Oreo. It's for dogs, but it's safe for humans. Why? Why? I don't know if I want my dog to get a taste for chocolate. I mean, I know that's like healthy chocolate for them because they can't actually eat real chocolate because it's a neurotoxin, but it doesn't seem like a good sense. So, this is the same one. Man, I am also not focused. Tools like amplifier converter testing, funnel amplifier, cross-functional. Okay. This one should be a solid one. Collaborate with circles. Opus clip. These product manager roles are pretty solid. Quantitative and qualitative research. I mean, quantitative, I think I can do that instead of necessarily data analysis. Exceptional working effectively with cross-functional teams. Yeah. Strong ownership, passion, and then probably analytical tools and A/B testing. I'm gonna look for one more. It's called a Cookie Pal. Cookie Pal. Costco. Huh. Cookie Pal, organic sweet potato and flaxseed. So they're vanilla flavor. Like, see, here's the thing. I may have to say this after the commercial, which I will then. But like, I want to make sure the food is healthy for Bear. But Bear ate 3-day-old miso soup and licked that bowl to the bone. So I don't know if flavor is the real issue, because I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares about the flavor. I don't think a dog is like, oh, these are some high quality Oreos. They're like, awesome, garbage food. Yeah, I don't know if I really can, if I want to spend more in flavor. Oh, it's like a sugar lick. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I just like, he ate garbage. I think he's okay with whatever taste. Okay, I know, baby boy. I love you too. Okay. All right, baby boy. And then there's agile and lean too. This person had 300. Excuse me. Wow. Huh. I saw those. Those look exactly like real Oreos. That's terrifying. I mean, I guess that's good because it's human grade. Okay, Bear. Okay, he's being a sweetie pie. I don't know if y'all can see him. He's trying to roll up onto his belly or on his back. Ah, there, no. There you go, buddy. I know. You're having a good time, huh? Yeah. Okay. I will need to get some kind of bear cam working. I just don't know what to do for it, because he's never in the same damn place. Maybe one that goes, like, above and looks down? Like, I know where to put it. I could just superimpose it over here now. I just, like... I feel like I need a separate camera for Bear, but I don't know how to put it there because he keeps moving and he's so hard to actually take pictures of. Oh, are you going under? Where are you going? And now he's on my right side. Like, he just switches everywhere. He never stays still. All right, let's do this resume. Human grade. See, now I want to, like, get those treats and then be like, yeah, and then just start giving them to dogs. That's so funny. I like it. I like that they're human grade. I stand corrected. I enjoy that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I may get that if they have it by Costco's near us. Okay. Some of the low budget camera tripods for smartphones have gimbals and use AI. Ooh. If you link me one, I can add it. And see, now he's under the desk. Like, he just always moves. So you should be able to track him. I'm down. If you can link me one, I can save it. I'm not going to get it right now, but I'm putting it on the thing. Because then I can just, like, superimpose it on my face so that people can see Bear. Because I know that he is a much more interesting sight than me. But then also half the time he just shows his butt. Like right now he's under the desk, and I don't know how to show that. I don't think the camera's going to reach that far. All right, Bear. Let me do this resume, and then I can give you more pets, okay? Yeah, that is the purpose of this. This is not Bear Pets camera. It's, have you ever dressed bears for Halloween? My girlfriend has. So, he has a little cute, one or two cute costumes that he hates. So he will try to take them off as soon as he can. He does also have a watermelon cone, which y'all have seen, and some, like, the tie. So I do want to, I think I'm going to do maybe some clickbait stuff and have Bear as that. Yeah, I need to do a photo shoot with Bear. Yeah, we're doing a photo shoot with you at some point, huh? Okay, sir, I need to stop licking me. I love you. I need to actually do this resume. You're distracting me. Don't, Bear, don't knock your head against that. Are you okay, dog? He knocks himself into everything because he doesn't pay attention where he's walking. All right. Let's do the final resume of this video series, but not the stream. Let's see. That's fine. That's fine. I got it all back. Oh, don't lick my knee. Thank you. You have a weird tongue, dog. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. This is a resume of a product manager of growth. This is also not a role I've done before. Product managers can kind of be a nightmare to search because technically they mean one thing, but then people put a bunch of different definitions in there and it's kind of hard. But what we're going to be looking for is these three main things, which are giant sentences, which is essentially the ability to work cross-functionally within the organization without any authority and unite teams around shared goals. Basically, you have the responsibility, but none of the power it requires. So how do you do that? Then they need to know that you have used as quantitative, such as metrics, analytics, and qualitative, such as research and user feedback, to make sure you're using data correctly. And then here's this giant thing that got cut off. There's actually 3 sentences, is Google Analytics, mixed panel amplitude data visualization tools, Tableau or Looker, A/B testing and tools such as Google Optimize. So something along those. So essentially, I'm going to be looking for, did you do research? Did you, did you use your authority to which you had none to get stuff done? Which I feel that kind of as a recruiter, you have all the responsibility, but none of the power. And did you work with others in the organization? So currently, you have a ratio of 300 to 3, which is not great, but it's not the worst. 100 to 1 is not good, I will say. That's typically, you want to have a real bad market for that to be the case. So I think we can fix a couple of things here. So, entrepreneurial product growth specialist with 8 years in scaling business growth. Yeah, I don't know if this entire thing could be deleted. Generated 5 times 6 better ROI by championing a new subscription model. Saved $500K in recurring annual spends for company Y. Digitally transform business. So here's my thing. You're giving me the results of this, but you're not giving me how you did it. And individually, these would be impressive. But, I want to know how you did that. Save 100K by optimizing product and growth funnels. I want more specific. Did you use qualitative research to make decisions? Did you convince Bob Boberson in accounting to go with your plan? It's not bad, and I do understand why there is a key achievements, but typically you don't want this type of key achievement thing specifically in this type of resume. I do understand that managers can do that, but I feel like you're mixing the other model of resume, which doesn't work with this one. So I'm not sure any of this is, honestly, I don't know if any of this is helpful. And I really shudder to say that because these are kind of helpful, but I need more. So I'm going to go with the assumption that all of this can be deleted. And then we go here, which then the formatting is different. Okay, so this is founder, which is, okay. I mean, that's another issue too, but I get why you did that. So I think this is a giant formatting issue because you're not giving me enough about this, right? Individually, a couple of these would be impressive. When you're the founder, and I do know, I wouldn't even put founder, I just put maybe growth product manager, name the company name, because again, a cell phone company is usually a red flag to hiring managers. But I need a little bit more. You can write these as different contracts, that's fine, but here's how I would kind of do this. So you bundle them all up together, and then in the summary sentence say something like, was a product growth manager, a consultant for battery tech startup, EDUI tech company, a largest women internet whatever, and a audio stereo platforming where I did X and Y, which resulted in da-da-da, and then you pick and choose which ones from those are good. Because this is a nightmare to read, and I know this can be impressive, but I want to see it more in here. And then even though if you delete all of this, it'll still be up top, because that'll be the first thing they'll see. So I really want this to be reworked formatting-wise, because this is kind of hard to read. So broaden product and growth culture to a traditional sales-driven organization, spearheaded product strategy, introduced product structure. Okay. This would be fine. Make it one sentence, please. Use the format I have on my website. And the reason I'm a stickler for formatting is because, again, I spend 10 times longer on these resumes than any recruiter will ever give you. And if they're bouncing around with a hard-to-read format, then that 15 seconds is being eaten up by bad formatting, and they're going to move to the next one. And they may not look at that one sentence that will cause them to move forward. So revamp the mobile app, launch the communities from conversion rate. Why was this important? Which I know conversion rate can be good, but pioneered automated flow rate, interest rate, customer retention, H tunnel. So again, I mean, this one is a little hard to read. I need you, right? So these keywords I know are very broad. I need to see some tools, right? Again, it does not count if they're up here. It does not count if they're in here. It needs to be in the bullet points. I need to see something that is like used Google Analytics and A/B testing to gather data on our company's conversion rate, and then spoke with shareholders, and after my change was implemented, increased our profits by 3 billion%, right? Like something like that. I need that. The way your sentences are it's guided growth and strategy, guided a team of 4, handled communication, brought in product growth. There's so much missing from it. It's kind of like you're yelling. I want it to be obvious, but it's not obvious. You're just yelling randomly about this stuff. So I think the fact that you have 300 to 3 is a solid sample size, is that this resume is not working and you're gonna need to redo it. I'm hesitant to say to just burn it and install all over again, because that's going to be work, but there's not a ton I can salvage from this, because the companies here should probably be in one little bundle, and then the bullets below that about things you did in that bundle. And then here, I need to know how you revamped it. Did you talk to engineers? Did you lead a project team? Because if you look at this, they want you to be able to collaborate cross-functionally. They want you to be able to influence without authority and unite teams. You sharing me the end goal of that, which you succeeded at, but not how you did it. And that is what is missing, I think, from a lot of these, is specifically, sometimes you've got the skill and the qualification and you've got the result, but you're like missing a step, right? I need to know how you did that. How did you... Yeah, like contribute as thought leader. That doesn't matter. How did you revamp the mobile app, you improve our wall? How did you do this? That's the main thing. They want to know that you can do it again, that it wasn't a fluke. So please, add a couple of things from here. So SQL, Mixpanel, Tableau, Excel, SQL, Google Analytics to these, and redo this resume and resubmit. That's what I'm going to have to say for this one. I wish I had better, but 300 to 3 is probably going to prove right about why this is not working as a resume fundamentally. So I don't like ending on a sad note, but I want to make sure you get your job, because it sucks. And quite frankly, applying to 100 jobs to get one interview is just, that sucks, man. That's a nightmare. That's not fun. It's not fun at all. So if this video was helpful to you, or if you have a problem with me, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much. Hit that bell, and I want to make sure you all get jobs in the next year. So, bye everybody. Unless this video is posted in the next year, in which case I want you to get jobs in the beginning of that year. All right, now I'm gone. Let's see. So you'll be able to track him. Some of the low budget cameras. Okay. Have you ever prepared Halloween dressing set 30 to 3 in Q4? It is the, so here's a little bit of a flaw I have with my own system, is I don't know when those were done. 300 to 3 in Q4 may not be bad. It's tough to know when they actually did it, and people aren't always truthful with it, and that is a flaw of this system in general, I will say. But I'm going to assume that if somebody is submitting it to me, they have a problem, and it's going to be further from that. So I do need to revamp how it even shows, and I'm not sure how to do that, because it doesn't matter if it's in Q4, but maybe this wasn't in Q4. Maybe they stopped applying in Q4 and this was from Q3 because they got sad. I don't know, and that's kind of an issue with this. So it is a fair point, Clem, and it is a failure on my system, which I need to figure out how to do it better, because I just don't know. Maybe a drop down of did you get, how many on average applications does it get to take maybe that's the way to do it, is I have just a little drop down and say, like, on average, how many applications does it take for you to get a single interview? And then it would be in brackets of 5. So, like, 0 to 25, 25 to 50, etc., etc. Maybe good to just ask for last quarter. Yeah, it may be. And it's I hate it because, like, it's a flaw in my own system, and it is slightly doing it, but I don't know. I think that maybe, like, if I have time this weekend, but that may be something I want to do for next. So let me make a note. Also, I saw you linked me the camera. Thank you very much, Less Righteous. I appreciate that. So yeah, let me make a note real quick. I don't think I'm going to get it done this weekend, but just in case, because I already got all the videos posted for this week, but I am going to essentially say fix submittal application so it shows how many how, I guess, the ratio of apps to interviews, discounting really December, because December, late November, because it's just crazy this time of year, because there's like a boom of it, and then there's a stop, and then a boom, and then a bop. So, well, your ratio succeeded. So if there's anything to do to help people get better numbers on their interview ratios, I will. I don't know what it is yet. That's kind of my thing, is I have to think of it. Does anyone have any podcast suggestions? Yes, Dungeons and Daddies. It's not a BDSM podcast. It's a Dungeons and Dragons podcast. It's hilarious. Dungeons and Daddies. I will highly recommend Dungeons and Daddies. I hate the name because, yes, but it's great. It's hilarious. Dungeons. It's great. It's so funny. Here, I'll link it real quick. I've listened to this a lot. I think when I was a PI, I listened to a lot. It does. It seriously does. It sounds like some BDSM stuff, which in the very first thing, they immediately say, this is not a BDSM podcast. This is a D&D actual play. It's just because it's about a bunch of like 4 suburban dads whose kids get taken to D&D world, and they have to save them. So someone needs to make Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not doing it, but yeah. So that's my podcast to give. I really like that one. Because when I had to be a PI, I was stuck in the darn car all day for hours and hours. So all you did was listen to podcasts, and the stupid AC barely worked, and the radio only got 2 damn stations, and that was in rural Ohio. So it was, do I want country, or do I want essentially the equivalent of Fox News? So those were my options. Yeah, I've been over this. I was a private investigator for like 3.5 months in like 4 years ago, give or take. I've said this like multiple times on the stream. That one's on you. So I was trying to think if there's anything else I listened to, but I think that was a big one. No, it's entirely insurance fraud. That's all you ever do, is you investigate on behalf of insurance companies to see if someone is committing fraud. That's it. That's the entire thing. I am sure that they probably pay some PIs for spouses and whatever, but 99% of it, insurance fraud. So it's like basically all there is. It would have been more exciting to do a cheating spouse. I kind of wished. The pay wasn't that great. It was $20 an hour. Admittedly, it's an entry-level job, so as long as you can use a computer and a camera and have a valid license, they'll basically pick up anybody, because I mean, like, it's a brutal job. They lose a lot of people. It has a very high turnover. So, which I got turned over too. So, but yeah, there was a time after my second recruiting job where I was like, am I going to keep being a recruiter? I had this twice in my career, basically, where I was like, am I going to be a recruiter? After my first recruiting job, I was like, I don't know if this is for me. The company culture wasn't really meshing with mine. It was more like frat bro, and I'm more of a board game person. And I was like, I don't know if I should do recruiting again. So I did recruiting again, and I liked it. And then that was my first layoff from that company. And I was questioning, like, do I want to still be a recruiter? What do I want to do? And I tried out a bunch of different random jobs to see if I still wanted to do it. One of those, because I used to always love private investigators and noir as a kid. Always loved those. I was like, I had a therapist at the time, and I was like, hey, I'm not sure what I really want to do. How to write a resume. I don't know what job I want to get. And she's like, well, you've said you wanted to be a private investigator. Why don't you be that? I'm like, yeah, but you need like a license. Like, no, you don't. You need a driver's license. You work under somebody else's. My friend does it. I went, what? And then it was on Indeed. I think I've shown some here too. So, like, you can, I think see if we do private investigator. This is going to be more on Indeed than it is going to be on LinkedIn. Criminal investigator, part-time background investigator, driver's license, a home office equipped with internet and a cell phone, the ability to run a national training standard course. That one's different, but yeah. And look, it doesn't pay a ton. Like, it's usually like 20 and 25 an hour, but and the hours are also weird because if you get caught, your shift ends. So the better you are at the job, the longer the hours. So you may work a full hour week, but if you get caught 2 hours into your shift, you're only going to make $40 that day. So they also paid you for driving, which was very interesting. And I think that was where a lot of the money also came in, is because a lot of jobs will not pay you to drive to the job. But considering that one time I had to wake up at 2:30 in the morning and drive from Illinois to Ohio, they pay you for that drive. So, which was also why I was like, this job is too much. I had to wake up at 2:30 in the morning, drive from Illinois to Ohio. It took 6-hour drive so I could get there in time, or 5 hours. And then I did an 8-hour shift, stayed the night in a hotel, did another 4 or 5 hours, and then drove 4 or 5 hours back home. And then that was my 2 days of work. So it is a lifestyle job, and that lifestyle was not for me. So that is what that was. I don't know why my voice got like that. So yeah, you can be a PI. It's real easy. It's just, and look, no one's going to apply to it. This was posted 5 days ago. Oh, this was a license though. Fraud investigator, easy apply. So yeah, who is your employer? The insurance company. So the way it worked is you would work under another PI's license. So you would be here, and then you would work, the PI who actually has the license and can do like criminal checks, run the license plates, etc. is here, and they would have like 2 or 3 people out, and the insurance company would pay this person, I think it was about $1,000 a day, and then they would use those funds to pay us. So for each case was about $1,000 a day, and they used that $1,000 to pay us the $20 an hour, along with the other person who was under his employer, who basically we would like if we would have to call in license plates. So we find the car that we thought was theirs, call in the license plate, and then they would confirm that that is the car and who we're supposed to be following. So it was the insurance companies, and it's I don't know if it's a huge business, but it's quite a lot. And the insurance companies would probably pay, like, they'd be glad to pay $1,000 a day because it gets them off for like 3 years if they find it out. But we never knew if they were innocent or guilty because that wasn't our job, which now I'm like, I don't know if I could really work for this job again, because morally I'm like, insurance companies do so many scammy things sometimes. But at the time I was like, this is pretty cool, I'm a private investigator. So now I could not do it just on the moral implications, I think, alone. But yeah, it was an interesting job at the time, and it's entirely insurance fraud based. The people who worked there was also like, yeah, very, very rarely do we ever get a non-insurance job. I think it was more common maybe 15 years ago, but I don't know enough about the industry to know. So that was my PI job, which is very easy to get typically. So, yeah, position, requirement, overnight stays, bed-based technologies, capable to start at 5 a.m. daily, or 2:30 if you have to drive to another state. Successful DMV background, provisional contracts, ability to private investor license. I'm sure it's such an interesting thing. I totally understand why people want to own it. Yeah, I couldn't do it now. Side note, this is actually very interesting. Is so you have to, as a private investigator, you stay in your car all day, and you have to follow people where they go. And it was very interesting to me because the only time I ever like basically dealt with any other people in the same business was when they were training me, because I did ride along. And I did a ride along in their car, and this person went to the bank. And the guy told me, and I think it goes like, so normally you should never park in front of a bank, ever, because they will call the cops on you. The bank will, not the person that you're tailing. And it could blow your cover. But since we're training, and I think this case is a wash anyway, I'm going to show you. So we parked out in front of the bank, used our video camera, because he was like, this is how we deal with how to talk with the cops. And sure enough, the cops get called. And the cops come in and they're like, hey, what the hell are you doing? You have a camera in a tinted window. We gave them the license. They checked our license and say, yeah, you're all good. But except this guy, the orange-haired one, his license is suspended. I'm like, what? Why is my license suspended? I did not realize that. So I had to then go back to there was an error. Apparently, they confused my license for somebody else. So that was an interesting thing to know on my first day at the job. But yeah, they also tell you how to talk with the cops. You're like, I'm a private investigator. This is the company. Here's the number you can call. Do what you need to do. This is the camera. And then they let you go. People want to own insurance companies the same way people want to do other stuff. It makes money. There is money in insurance, which I couldn't do because it's so that's why they do it, because it makes money. Like I haven't done this, so this is side knowledge, but like people will spend like 3 months to be like insurance sales on hurricane season and sell a ton of insurance. Yeah, and they'll make a ton and they won't have to work for the rest of the year. I don't know if that's still the case, but no, it's yeah, that's why. It's a lot of money you can make. I wouldn't want to do it because it's not the kind of job I think I would ever want to do. So, but yeah, it's a ton of money. Insurance is where you make the monies. The float premium paid by customer paid is essentially free money. And they invest it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense as well. The investment of it. So. Oh, that's why it's gotta go. Yeah, that's also why they pay actuaries big bucks. Which is also why I don't want to be an actuary recruiter, because that is a nightmare of a market. I would love to work for an insurance company's investment team. Can you be an actuary? That's like free money. They'll pay bank. Actuaries get paid money. Maybe you should go back to it. I don't know. I mean, that's fair. I had a friend that goes through the actuary process. It sounds like a nightmare. Too much math for me. Too much math. Brain. I forgot what I was doing. Resume review. I did this one. This is a senior software engineer role, developer of productivity. What? I really tried. I really like the place. Find my drive, great people, everything. The job's too tough. See, this is the part I don't. What is the second part? Great work too, and insane pay. Yep, actuary is where it's at. Engineer, developer, productivity. I'm not sure. Oh, add. Oh, investment. Okay. Did you know I was looking at you? Is that why you came out? Alright, let's see. This is a... That one's good. That one's good. It's just 37. And GitHub. Maybe put links into. Oh, we're back. What JD on the one that the... What JD did you want to see? So this one? This wasn't the position. So, yeah, they wanted a... This is the part I'm not... They wanted a senior software, which is developer productivity, which I don't know what that is. I don't know what a developer productivity role is. So, yeah, let me review this, and then I'll go to it. But yeah, like, oh, that was the investment analyst, not the actuary one. Oh, damn, Omni, they had pensions? Dude, I wish... Man, all I've done was, like, bad 401k plans. Your girlfriend disappeared, should you be worried? I mean, she's at the airport. Maybe she's planning a surprise. I don't know. All right. If the company goes under, that is true. See, that's what happens when you blink. I mean, I get why pensions are bad. I do understand that, but I feel like it's still better to have it than not. But that's true. You rarely get to work at, like, these days, I don't know if you ever get to really work at one company and then retire. Like, it's usually a 3 to 4 year switch at best. The people that have been until retirement are very rare nowadays. So, all right, let's start this video. Also, I wanted to say I think Twitch gives you a free Prime sub. If you have it, I would love for you to use it on me. I don't want you to spend money because I know my audience does not have a lot of income, but you have the free one. Throw that my way. That I would love. So, but yeah, I don't like people spending money when they don't have a job. So if you give me the free one, hell yeah. If not, that's okay. Because I don't think I'll ever feel comfortable. So, yay, thank you, Omni. I appreciate that. I don't think I'll feel comfortable ever doing anything about the free one. Yeah, that's why I'm specifically mentioning the free one, is I think everybody may have a free one, and I will love the free one. I just, like, I'll get you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't want to be like, money mealy when people don't have a job. I don't think I'll ever feel comfortable with that ever in my life. So that's why, like, when you get a paycheck, or alternatively, if you have the free one, throw that my way. I'd appreciate that. Otherwise, don't throw money at me because you need it. It's fine. It's fine. So, yeah. I will never feel comfortable with that. So, let's look at this resume. You need to do the clickbait 100% discount thing. I do. You know what? I have been... The YouTube thing has kind of been going off. Like, I've got 2 videos that hit almost... one video that hit 2K, another that almost hit 2K. I need to work on my YouTube stuff. That's kind of the thing I need to do. So that's why I'm going to start this video. And I find it interesting of how that whole, like, meta is, because I'm, like, totally not my world. So, learning how to do that. Hence, this entire formatting was specifically for the YouTube videos, so that someone on the video would be like, can I submit? It's like right there, right there, right there. So, but yeah, I try to do the changes over the weekend because it's just easier for me. So let me do this resume, then I will be back in chat. Brain, all right, the senior product. Damn, that is a good resume ratio. Okay. We're good. This is the Headless Headhunter, and I'm reviewing a resume of a senior software engineer, and I am expecting this resume to be fantastic. Normally I'm like, tell me what you are when you submit it, but they have a 1:25 ratio, which I can't guarantee that's going to continue, but I expect this resume to be fantastic and me to gush over how good it is. So hopefully that will continue. And if you like this video and you want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell. I don't know if it's still a bell anymore. Is that what the people call it? I don't know. But let's go into this resume. So the only caveat I have with this one is this is a senior software engineer, and then the little dash is developer productivity. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure what a developer productivity one is. I know what a senior software engineer is. I'm not sure what the developer productivity one's. I don't know if that's like a lead where you help others do it, if it's more management. So I'm going to figure out hopefully which way it goes. But I mean, if that 1:25 ratio holds, then nice. So while this immediate at the top formatting is not my personal on my is not on my resume that I built for people, I think this is fine. This is also perfectly fine. I'm not a huge fan of the little icons, but it's not a huge deal. I'm not judging based on that. And then they have no boring February to 20 present, perfectly clean. It specifically as they're a senior, I don't know if they need to put their education up top, but that's fine too. So design and implemented scalable is a good word, and maintainable infrastructure a good word, using AWS Cloud Development Kit. Oh my gosh, this is what I love. They put the acronym here, right? They put AWS, perfect. Then they have Cloud Development Kit, and then they put in parentheses of CDK, which shows you what it is. To automate cloud resource provisioning, ensure consistent streamlined deployment. This is a phenomenal sentence. Led development of mission critical microservices. Microservices is one. RESTful APIs. Perfection. Using TypeScript, Node.js, leveraging. Oh god, it's the one resume that's good that has leveraging. I hate the word leveraging. You don't have any points taken off it, but I will. It makes me sad. Using TypeScript, Node.js, also one, and AWS, I'm not saying leveraging. API, which is it. MongoDB is good. This right here, with the exception of the word leveraging, is probably the best damn sentence I have ever seen a software engineer write in forever. This is how you write it. This is perfection. This second one is absolute perfection. The first one is damn good too. Collaborated with cross-functional teams to design efficient API schemas and streamline back-end processes. Built and maintain CI/CD. Again, another keyword. Python's integrated monitors to automate code builds, testing, and deployments. Sharing reliability and real-time visibility of application status. Also fine. Develop Python scripts. My only complaint is Python should probably be a little higher. I just switch where these bullet points are located. That's it. For data encryption, secure filing, implementing standard cryptography protocols. I've never done real cryptography stuff, but also it seems good. Yeah, I'm in love with this resume. I'm going to marry it. Created robust bash script for automated system. Bash can be one. Improving operation, version of infrastructure that is. Architect. Okay, so my only complaint, and this is really a minor one besides the word leverage, is I think this should probably be your third bullet point, and this maybe should be your fourth. And that's it. That's kind of it. This is a phenomenal one. Like, this is such a good sentence. Architected and deployed applications using Docker and AWS, implementing automatic scaling processes and load balancing, blah, perfection. This is what we want to see. Just the teeniest criticism is just, I think that the order is a little off, but again, not a huge deal. This is how you write a software engineer. The title of this video is probably going to be, this is a perfect software engineer resume. I don't need to see the rest of it. I will, which it follows the same one. And look, here, this is why this is perfect. They then use CD key, which is fine, CDK, because they show you what it is here, and that's how you write those damn acronyms. Is you put the full one and then you put the acronym in parentheses, and then you use the acronym for it. Yeah, again, I think some of these bullet points need to be switched around in the order. Not the first one is perfect. You don't need to change it. So, like, maybe this should be second and the Python should be third or fourth. This is also such a good one. But yeah, this is it. This is how you write as a software engineer. I minor quibbles, A+. I'm marking it down to an F because you use leveraging. No, I'm kidding. It's phenomenal. I actually hate that you used the word leverage and it's still a good resume, but it's a phenomenal resume. Props to whoever you are random. This is how you write your resumes. So if you are a software engineer, copy the hell out of this. This is how you do it. Look, there's no percentages. It's everything's in the past tense. This is perfection. All right. So instead of just gushing over this, let me go to the next resume. The fantastic resume, A+++++. You pass. So definitely would move forward. So, you need to do the clickbait. So my boarding is Is your girlfriend here? They did 7 things in 10 months. Too many words. You hate their resume. Yeah, right? I hope your girlfriend is there when you're boarding. Why is this the one room in the house that gets super hot? Like, outside, it's cold. I'm gonna open a window. I'm, like, burning up. Oh, that sounded hideous. Oh, I hate these drawstrings. These types of drawstrings I hate. I can never figure them out. Okay, well, can I open this? There we go. All right. Oh, okay, much better. There's actual airflow. Oh, that's true. The light and that is true. Hi, Bear. What do you want? Apparently, if you buy alcohol at duty free, they only give it to you during the boarding. I did not know that. Probably a good idea, but did you see that I was doing stuff and then you came and saw me? She reappeared next to you. Are you sure your girlfriend is not Nightcrawler from the X-Men? But yeah, this is a phenomenal. I already know what I'm going to title this video. This is immediately going to be the best damn resume of software and I've seen in a very long time. What are you doing? Why are you digging further into let me pet you, sir? No, she looks scarier than that. That's a bold move, insulting your partner. Okay. Oh yeah, that cold air is feeling great. It's like raining in California right now. So, you're scared of her? Okay, that's not great, but you know. I think developers, or whatever name you called it, means they do the IT DevOps stuff that supports the developers. Oh, that may be the case. That actually makes a lot of sense. That's what I was expecting something to be, but the problem is, like, there's a real issue in the corporate world of, like, no common lexicon, and I know I've complained about it, but hi, Bear. Now you're over on this side. Oh, you want to go put your head out the window? Okay. I hate the fact that essentially a software engineer, whatever I said, is going to be different at company A than B. And it's really kind of annoying and a nightmare for both job seekers in that internal company titles don't necessarily reflect what an external title is, nor how are external titles necessarily ever accurate with each other. There's no common lexicon. Yeah, if they were smart, the job descriptions they point to. Yeah, here's the issue I think I found with a lot of this stuff is, and this is kind of where recruiters are needed, is a very good manager who has been at a company for a long time, who is up to date, is very skilled, is not gonna, when they need to hire, they're not gonna need to hire a lot. And that was one of the things I asked people at Agilent, was specifically because people didn't really leave Agilent. That's why I'm comfortable naming it, is they had phenomenal retention for a company. But, you know, even with phenomenal retention, you're still going to need to hire every now and then. People leave, people move. You know, someone offers one of your candidates a huge stack of cash that they can't say no to. It's going to happen regardless of how good the company is. And the managers are phenomenal, except they hadn't hired in a while. And the problem is if you haven't hired in a while, the lingo is going to be different. Depending on the market you hired in is going to be different. Like if you first started hiring in 2021, it would be way different than if you first started hiring in 2023. Just those 2 years alone. Or alternatively, if you started hiring during the Great Recession, not the Great Recession, the 2008 recession, that's the word I was looking for, is going to be very, very different than if you started hiring in 2017. So the way they hired back then is not going to necessarily work with the way you have to hire now. And the way you have to hire now may not work the same way you have to hire in 2 years from now. So they're just out of date. And they're out of date because their people don't leave. So that's why I know people like, oh, it's a bad recruitment process. That means they're a bad company. It's like, not necessarily. I wish recruitment equaled out to it. Happy Christmas already, the 25th in Italy. Greetings from Italy. How's it going? What are we talking about? Thank you, Photo Heidi. I'm a corporate recruiter, so we talk about corporate stuff and how to get jobs primarily. I'm tired, so I'm kind of just talking about a bunch of random stuff about that and how recruitment processes don't necessarily reflect on how it is to actually work at that company. Also, Merry Christmas in Italy and Hanukkah, because it's technically both the same then. Or is Hanukkah the same? I'm assuming. I know because they use a lunar year or something. But yeah, the lack of the common lexicon is honestly has lost so many people jobs and so many managers some quality candidates. So I really wish there was a common lexicon. I honestly think if there was a common lexicon for everything, that probably like 50% of the conflicts in the world would disappear. Not all of them. There's definitely people that are starting conflicts knowing full well what they're doing, but I feel like a lot of them would go away. So much things is because when I say A, you think it means B, and it's so much in humanity. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm an alien, going like boop bop bop. What am I next resume? What is my next resume? Okay, this person wants an account specialist or a client success manager. Pick one. You need to pick one. Resumes are specific. All right. Let me make sure. I think this person put their whole name. No, this is the next person that did their whole name. All right. I hate this formatting. Alrighty. That's it. We'll all agree to hieroglyphics as long as the bird feet point in the right direction. We're good. Alright, I'm aboard now. Merry Christmas, Omni dude. I'll see you in a month. Safe travels and good luck, because you're flying for like 24 hours, man. That is rough. That is rough. Good luck. Bear, do you like it now? Is this what I need to do? Is I need to leave the window open so that you can just see it over here? Is this what you like, Bear? Is this where you're going to stay? You gonna stay over there in that little corner by the window that I now realize I need to clean? Nothing like realizing you need to clean something as you show it live stream to a billion people. Yes, okay. Is this your spot now? Do you like this spot? I have to review another resume, yes. That is what the people want. They want nothing but resumes. I know. Yes. Also, what the hell is a client relations specialist? I'm assuming that's sort of like a... See, this is one of the... You could be like a client manager, a client specialist. This is the one where it's got like 12 different darn names, man. And I do wonder which one it's gonna be. So, let me see how I'm doing on this. Okay, cool. What is this? I think I'll do this resume. Client success resume. Okay, here we go. Client relations specialist. This one was easy, at least. What the heck do they want? I don't know why I never opened a window in the year I've been doing this. I've been doing this for over a year now. That's crazy to me. And I didn't start getting good at it till 2 months ago. Sometimes it takes time. So, what? Oh, right. I have the wrong format up. There we go. Black cloak. What the heck? This sounds like a... I don't know what Black Cloak is, but that does not sound great. Mission to protect corporate executives and individuals and their personal lives, mitigating risk. Okay, so it's a cybersecurity for the wealthy. They really do pick these weird names, like Dagger Safe for Aegis Shield. Company names always make me giggle. I did like the one that's logo was just a sad little food guy. That one made me... I like that. That made me giggle. So, specifically... See, they want IT or that, and I don't know if that's going to be cross equivalent. So, past experience is fine. I feel like this is too specific. Okay, so here it is. So, customer service / account management is what we're primarily going to be looking for. Written, verbal, ability to build relationships, proactive, CRM tools, client relationship management. That's what that means, CRM, client relationship management. Customer, right? Customer relationship management. Customer relationship management, yes. 80K a year, how is it? I always feel many in Europe work definitely excuse that use a term. What do you mean 80K a year? How is it? I don't, I think I'm a little confused by that. So, I don't know what you mean by the 80K a year, unless I'm missing something. Oh, is it a lot? It depends on where you live, and I think that's the biggest thing in the United States is if you're in rural Kansas or Kentucky, 80K is solid. That's a good amount. Like, yeah, you're not going to be buying a jet ski every year, but that's going to go far. But if you're in San Francisco or New York City, it's okay, maybe for a single person, but I don't think you could survive on 80K a year with a family. So, but in Kentucky, 80K a year might be able to support 2 people and a kid. Maybe. I don't know exactly. So, which is the big thing when talking about the United States and how it's pay, is specifically it depends on the state and where you are in that state. So it's all location based, and it's way different, and that's the only way I can say that is 80K could be a lot, it could be not a lot, because in California, what's it called? Brain. Not a 1-bedroom. I don't know the terms. What's before like a studio apartment, right? A studio apartment is $1,500 a month with nothing included except maybe water, and you may have to pay more to get parking. And that's in not even necessarily the crazy parts of Los Angeles and California. That's in like just Los Angeles. So $1,500 a month is for a single studio. While if you're in, again, rural Kentucky, that might be $700 a month max. So it all depends on where you live. And I have done pay differences between Europe and the United States. And on average, it's like 30 to 40 more percent, because somebody who's making like 80K there, they make maybe 130K here. Again, gonna depend on where you live. That's the huge thing. So, Also, side note, I got tech people in here. What do I do to stop this weird thing with my glasses where the screen is in it? Because I really hate how that looks on camera, and I don't know how to fix that. Do I need a backlight? Do I need a light like where the camera is? Bear, please don't knock out my green screen. Cool, you just knocked out my green screen. There's a... Sir, we are professional here. Alright, there's a reason I have that. So, that's... Yeah, but can someone tell me how to get rid of this glare? I hate this glare. So CRM would be good. That would be a keyword that they'd be looking for. I am going to assume... real relationships, I don't know, long-term detail. I mean, yeah, client delivery role here. Role here? What? That's weird. That's a waste of money. Okay, so E-team. I think this is also probably going to be industry specific. Also, we have an ad in 3.5 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, the opening this window has made this so much more bearable. I do not do well with the heat. I am that kind of guy that's in shorts in, like, snow, basically. Industry expertise in tech staffing tips. So industry experience working with end users and decision makers. I think this is probably going to be one. I mean, in short, they really just want to know that you can keep them, right? That's kind of the big deal, is can you keep the clients? Mind Lance. Yeah, so this is what it's going to be, is essentially, can you keep people engaged and happy? But anyway, I hope that answered your question, Photo Padini. I don't know what that translates to, but let me know, too, if that didn't. So, yeah. You know what? Bear, come here. Stop. Your nose is stuffed up. Breathe through your mouth. Every time that's done. So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna snooze this ad. I'm gonna do this review, and then I think I may raid another channel because that is good. So I want to try to do it in time. Get your questions in now while I review this so I can answer it. I don't like ending it on an ad. I feel like that's kind of scummy. If I can't help it, I will try to make it so it's not an ad. So here we go. And this is number 32. This is a resume of a client relationship specialist. So what we're going to be looking for is customer service, account management, CRM, which is going to be customer relationship. No, I already forgot the acronym. It's there. I looked it up. If you've used it, you know what it is. My brain is blanking on it right now. In addition, this is going to be a little difficult to search for because they want industry specific. A lot of them wanted cybersecurity. A lot of them wanted staffing. A lot of them wanted banking. So essentially, you're going to need to show that your industry is whatever that industry is that you're going into. That you've worked with end users and decision makers, so stakeholders. And in general, which I think is going to be the main theme of this, is can you keep the client or customer or whoever it is, in this case, client, engaged and happy and content and continue. So you have sent in 100 resumes, which isn't and no responses, which isn't enough, truthfully. But also it's December, and quite frankly, not a lot of stuff happens in December. So if you don't get a lot of hits in December, that's normal. But let's see what we can find from this resume. So I don't like this formatting. I think if everybody's going to be very clear why I don't like it. The skills section, this doesn't matter. None of this matters because you don't show how you used it or the result of it. Your education is tough to find. Right over here. The contact, no. And I don't need you to state that you're a client relationship specialist unless you are in a different industry looking to move into it. So you please use the formatting I have in the description below. Download that template and use it, please, because this formatting is not helping you. A recruiter will waste 5 out of the 10 seconds they have on this resume just trying to figure out where to start. So yeah, this means nothing. Also use leverage. So it's 2 times for the leverage for this video. Support team, promoted from resolution specialist, support team supervisor, oversaw weekly auditing. Again, that's not what we're looking for. Identified process improvement opportunities for efficiency. Again, how did you do that? What efficiencies? This means nothing. Created, develop, maintain departmental training materials and SOPs, which is standard operating procedures. That's what SOP means, which isn't what they're I mean, it depends on if you're more of the manager part, but earn company-wide recognition 4 times for. See, this is a good one. This is a good brag. I like this. You could throw this one in. This is solid, but the rest of this doesn't give me anything I need. I mean, remember, I'm looking for CRM, industry-specific stuff. So was it tech? Was it housing? Was it finance? How you interacted with the end user or stakeholders, anybody who's important to the company, and how did you keep them engaged? You told me nothing about that. This one is fine, but not in a vacuum. So retained a key client for an additional 2 years through exceptional amount. Okay, see, I like this. I want more with it though, like through exceptional account management. By what? How did you do it? This is where you're missing the how. You did the result, which is good. you did the keyword, but you didn't show how. You can't just say, I'm good at account management because I did good at account management. Manage customer account support, ensuring seamless coordination. This one's fine. I mean, you're missing one of the three, right, in each bullet point. Remember, it's going to be the skill or qualification, so keyword or qualification, plus the how you did it, plus the results. I didn't have another hand. It would be funny if I could put another hand up. So those three things. The results could also be the why. It doesn't have to be a brag, but in all of these, I'm noticing you're missing one of those, and it's really hurting your chances. Manage customer service, and like no one's gonna read all the way down here because this is a nightmare to find it. So fix the formatting, fix your bullet points, and you're going to have a lot more success in the new year, at least for a client relationship specialist position. You also said account specialist, but I'm going to primarily judge this on clients since that is what it's on the thing. So please go to the description, get the formatting from my website, resubmit. There's no way I can move forward with this because I don't see anything I need. And there's no way a recruiter is going to roll down to this small section to find what they need, which admittedly your bullet points are better. They're not good enough, but they are better down there. So I can't move forward with this one. Let's move on to the next resume. Okay, cool. I like the content of this resume, but not the layout. Yeah, I found that the star form is great on interviews. Yeah, I don't know if the star really works. It's just kind of a nightmare to show that. So before we have another ad, because I can snooze it last time, it doesn't seem like there's any other questions. That's fine. Let's rate another streamer. I very appreciate everybody rating. It is very helpful to me. To let people know what I'm doing and what is going on. So we're gonna find another streamer and raid them and just say hi in the chat. It is appreciated. I very much like it, and people enjoy it as well. So we're gonna go to AlgoBro, who I have no idea what he's doing, but I like his he does finance and Java and stuff, so he's kind of related. Or I could do, let's see, is there any similar size? Let's see. No, I don't know who these people are. Oh gosh, I don't know what those are at all. So yeah, let's do AlgoBro. Just say hi. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. I will be here tomorrow at the normal time, which is 11 a.m. PST. So thank you everybody. I appreciate it. And let us begin the raid in 5-10 seconds because I forgot to push the button in time. So we're raiding in a little bit. We're gonna let people trickle in for the raid. Let's see, raiding in a couple of minutes. Make sure everybody clicks that. I appreciate it. It is helpful. And away we go. Thank you all.